Sagittarius, Venus, this is your love and relationship reading for the month of May or whenever it is that you see this. 2026. Unworthy. You deserve an amazing relationship. Take steps to heal doubts about yourself. All right. Let's see what your reading is for this month, Sagittarius. All right, we got some flippers here. King of Swords, cold, critical. Six of Cups, unconditionally loving. Nine of Swords, freaked out and worried, very disjointed, a little grouping there. So it's like there's these different aspects to yourself. There's a part that's deeply anxious, and there's a part that's very giving and unconditionally loving, and then this part that's like cold and critical and closed off and judgmental, very judgmental. Okay, so like you're going through this extremes of emotions, and here at the base of Strength reverse, you're kind of showing here in relationships a bit of weakness and impulsiveness, or just a lack of discipline and disciplining like your mind as to your attitudes towards other people in relationships or towards yourself. So we'll get more into that. So the person that's relevant here is a King of Cups, Queen of Cups, and then a Six of Pentacles. So this could be like this could be talking about another couple in your life, interestingly, and not really a specific relationship that you're in. Could be like siblings or parents. I thought parents at first. It could be different things for different people. Let's just leave it at that. And then with the Six of Pentacles is, what did they offer to you? How do they share resources? These people were somehow an example for you, and that's coming up in this reading. Two of Wands. Okay, exactly. You're looking at another relationship here, and you're saying, why can't I have that? I want that. You know, I have a lot of love to give, but like I'm really hard on myself, or maybe I don't deserve it or whatever, right? Like, so you can almost see it in this card of like, you're looking on at another couple and being like, I wish I had what they had. You deserve an amazing relationship like they have. Take steps to heal doubts about yourself. Okay. So then here's the issue. What's holding you back right now? Hanged Man, reverse. Suddenly you need a new perspective about yourself. Two of Pentacles. You have something tangible to offer in a relationship. Four of Swords reversed. There's a restlessness and again, a lack of new perspective. I need to take a step back and heal and regenerate yourself. I also want to pull this Death reversed. Yeah. It's time for a major change, and there's a little bit of resistance there with that. So you're here to learn about it. Page of Pentacles, like, let's learn about it. So we're going to kind of switch gears here on the reading a little bit, because this is about you, honey, and what needs to heal for you to be an equal to the relationship that you desire. And it really has nothing to do with these people. Like, I know you already know what you see in them and like why you want this like very loving relationship, and that's very sweet. But like, what are the tangible fucking steps that you need to take? Like, that's what you're here to find out today. So step one is acknowledgement. What do you need to acknowledge exists within yourself to be able to move forward? Knight of Pentacles. So there's a stubbornness there. There's a lack of willingness to move forward. And I just want to move all this up a little bit, because we're going to do like a little story time down here about, what needs to lead to what, right? So yeah, Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving card in the deck. So you've been pretty slow moving about wanting to change anything about yourself. And he's also hyper focused on something outside of himself, a material matter, a Pentacles matter. So you're too busy over here looking at what you want outside of yourself instead of looking within. And we cannot get anything without of ourselves from without. We will always be disappointed if we're not generating something from within to begin with. Someone put it very beautifully, and it's not coming to mind right away, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to let that one go. But yeah, it's like Four of Wands reverse. You're spending too much time outside of the home, too much time outside of yourself. You got to come home come home to self and start looking at yourself as to what is truly valuable within you. So can we get that? Can we get, for the person watching this reading right now, what are your virtues and values that would lead you to a relationship like the one that you want? What are the virtues and values that would be most appreciated? You're humble, very humble, very humble. World reversed, you don't look like everyone else. You have a unique energy about you, and that makes you stand out in a strong contrast to everyone else that's out there in the world. And in fact, I think that when you do go out in the world, you kind of the world kind of moves around you, but it's coming out with the humble card. It's not because like you're like, get out of my way, bitch, you know. It's nothing like that. It's just like your presence is so incredibly unique and special that like everybody's like, oh, oh my God, Sagittarius Venus, like what the fuck, like, you know. So you just have like this incredibly special energy about you. 7 of Wands. You have a way about finding the higher ground in any situation and making things work to your advantage. You also take the high road, I want to say, which is very Sagittarius, of course. High-minded ideals. Okay. Ace of Cups, hope, renewal, new love, relationships. Yeah. Always wanting to take a chance on love, baby. That's good. So these are some of the best qualities about you. Now, what's something that you could work on today? That if you've acknowledged that it's been a while since you've worked on something, what could you work on today? We got the King of Pentacles reversed. And the Six of Swords reversed at the base. So something that you've been doing habitually over time that you can work on and change is that you put yourself into chaotic situations because you don't acknowledge your own self-worth. Additionally, you look to others to give you the resource. You look outside of yourself to give you the resource of value. So like how well you do at a job, for example, is your self-worth and value. So like if you were to get fired, you're fucking spiraling. Things of that nature set you off balance. You don't carry with you the sense of internal value within so that you can handle and weather all types of storms. What does Sagittarius Venus need to do next in order to get themselves ready for love? The Empress. Be open to accepting what is actually happening around you and within you. So the Empress is more than just abundance and fertility, and it's also about being receptive to the world. So the opposite, like an Empress reverse, would be someone that like hear no evil, see no evil, like they just tune out the world. They can't accept reality. They're living in a fantasy land or a replacement circumstances or whatever, and they have a really hard time accepting when things don't go the way that they expected it. That can bring up a lot of fears or anxieties. In fact, you may, with the Nine of Swords here, I wouldn't be shocked if you do struggle with some anxiety due to lack of control over your circumstances. And what can help you right away with that, like even beyond like a relationship or anything like that, is to have a lot of faith and trust in yourself, to return that trust that you feel like you have to place in other people, place it in yourself, because you can't control other people. And I know that you know that. So instead of looking for someone outside of yourself that you could trust, that have this perfect love with, that could make you stable in the world, what you're going to do instead is place that trust in yourself, that no matter what happens, you'll be able to find a solution to it. And like, that's right here with the 7 of Wands. Like, I'm telling you, that is true about you. You do that. You literally do that already. So acknowledge that that's the fact, that you are able to always find the higher ground and make it through any situation. And you don't have to be in control of it. You have the higher ground because you have higher minded ideals and quick thinking, I want to say, quick action, like measured action as well. Like, you're not just like impulsively running around doing shit. It's like, as soon as you're like, okay, this is a solution, then you jump in and take care of it. Like, that's not that common. I don't know if you knew that, but being able to do that is not that common. That's a real skill. And it's also something that, like, some burdens are not worth having here with the 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups right behind it, okay? If you're able to let go of some of these responsibilities that you've placed on yourself because you thought that you had to, other people hit you up and said, hey, Sagittarius Venus, I need you to help out with this or that, or gave you a sob story, or told you that it would be the best for you, or, you know, it doesn't matter what the reason was. If you're not working towards a goal that you truly in your heart of hearts desire and want, then that shit's got to go, you know, because the reward is what you really desire and want. The 10 of Cups, your happily ever after, your emotional fulfillment, going on a journey with other people, other hearts and other souls, and growing old together. Like, that is the emotional fulfillment. If there is anything that you are currently working on or working towards or working for, working with, working period, any responsibilities, any ties, any relationships, friendships, groups that you committed to, any commitments that do not lead directly towards this emotional fulfillment, then they've got to fucking go. That is something you can do right away. So that's, you know, the first thing. Let's do a recap here. The first thing is to accept the reality for what it is and be open to what is happening around you, and trust that you can be vulnerable in that way. You can be receptive to reality in that way because you're so dynamic and you're so quick on your feet and quick to take action, and you have that special quality within you. And you're humble too. You're not letting your ego lead you around by the nose, right? Like, people who are very egoistic, they can't accept reality because it damages their self-perceptions. Like, you know, they want the world to revolve around them, and you're quite the opposite. In fact, you couldn't be more opposite. And that's very endearing in a way, but it's okay to give yourself permission to take up more space here. So accept the things for what they are, but also take up more space and get rid of any of these, like, connections and commitments that you have that don't lead towards your highest good. What do we want to do? Let's see. I want to get something else for you that's a little bit different. I'm like turning the page on something here on the side of my desk. I already did what do you need to do. What's a detail that you need to watch out for? Page of Swords, your mental habits, what you think about, mental cleanliness. 3 of Pentacles. There could be people that do approach you that are like, hey, Sagittarius Venus, like, you want to get coffee, or like, you know, like, can we just at least have a conversation? Or there are people who do approach you. And I think that you're so caught up in your own headspace that you might miss it here. So that's something that you do need to watch out for, is that anyone who may even be like kind of looking over your way, that's an opportunity there. And it's possible for you to have the courage. You also have support around you. You have angels around you. You have people around you. You have friends and family around you that want to just take you out for a good time. And in fact, when you're able to let loose and have fun and laugh and celebrate and be lighthearted, that's where these people start seeing your light and being drawn to you like moths to the flame. Make sure that you're not too caught up in your own head of, oh no, they couldn't possibly be looking at me, or I'm not worthy, or this, whatever. Practice a little bit mental hygiene. Don't allow thoughts that don't make you happy into your fucking head, man. Like, there's a time and place for being self-critical and stuff like that. I would give that advice to someone that I did think was very egoistic, or thought the whole world revolved around them, or is too busy judging others to see the reality of the situation. That's not you here. That's not you. You're not in danger of that. You're in danger of being too hypercritical. So I'm going to tell you right now to dismiss a lot of those thoughts. You're not in danger of being an egotistical bastard. You're in danger of completely destroying yourself by being far too hard on yourself, okay? Devil reversed. You're capable right now of making a major breakthrough, a major change to something that has been plaguing you for a long time. There's a portal opening here to something that is very positive and very healing. It could even heal some father wounds here with the King of Wands reversed, of feeling abandonment or not having enough attention, not having the attention that you deserve, not having the guidance or protection that you deserve, so that you felt like you had to protect yourself. And then whatever, feelings of unworthiness, whatever. Hierophant's here with justice. God's here to tell you today that you have the potential to unlock something very special. And this is serious too. You've earned the right, okay? You've earned the right for a better life. But the angels and God and the higher powers and everybody on the other side that wants the best for you can't do shit if you don't allow it. You have to give permission. That's part of the free will contract that we're all in here. So what I want to do next, not crows. I haven't gone to this deck in a while. The Buddha Wisdom Shakti Power. And we're going to pull a card for Sagittarius Venus about what love is the most powerful force of all. Interesting. Okay. What does Sagittarius Venus's guides want to tell them right now? Karma Dakini, the Green Buddha family of the North. Replace envy by focusing. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Replace envy by focusing on your accomplishments. Replace envy by focusing on your accomplishments. Now, this kind of is a little bit Nikki card, so we're going to cover her up right there for her debut on YouTube. But yeah, fuck yeah. This is exactly what we need to see. Karma Dakini, the Green Buddha family of the North. Enlightened wisdom Dakini. She is associated with Amagadashi, the Buddha family of the North, the color green, midnight, the gift of accomplishment, the Abhayaya mudra of fearlessness, and the poison of envy. She is also associated with the perineal chakra, the fifth day in the bardo, the double vajra, and the magical function of pacifying. She helps the magical function of pacifying, like calming, soothing. She helps manifest the awakening of enlightened awareness in the mind stream of practitioners, revealing dormant spiritual impulses. She can also grant worldly siddhis, supernatural powers. Okay, so if you want, you can pause and do a little bit of research on this Dakini, this Buddha. But why is it coming out? You're replacing envy by focusing on your accomplishments. Focus on all of the good aspects of yourself. Anytime you look at like a relationship like this, go back, and it doesn't matter how fucking petty it is. If you have to start petty, then do that, bitch. Because the first step is the most important one. And we can't run to the end of the fucking, the finish line before taking step 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So like I had a lot of jealousy issues when I was in my late teens and early 20s. And one of my first steps out of that is if I looked at someone that had something that I wanted, I would think to myself, well, they probably had to work way harder than I do to get that. And I don't like working. So it's all chill. Or they probably are getting cheated on right now. You know, like it would be like petty, dark shit. But like if you're in the low place, sometimes that's what's acceptable to you, right? Like at least I haven't been cheated on, you know? At least I don't have to work 50 hours a week to afford that fucking big nice car. Like at least I don't know, whatever, right? But like if that's where you have to start, then start there, honey, because you're on a journey and it gets easier and it gets better and you don't need to feel this way anymore. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time, but that doesn't mean it should be hard. It's not hard. You're oh, believe now that it's not hard. Okay. I don't want to diminish that it's been hard for you in the past. I'm saying to move forward, believe today that it's easy. That's a huge trick. It's the doctors don't want you to know these 10 simple tricks to fixing your fucking mental health. Start believing that's easier than anything you've ever done before in your life. Like it's easy. Fuck it, it's easy. I can just change the way I think today. You know, I'm out in the world and I see some couple like making out and I'm like, oh, they probably got herpes. Boom. Okay. Fucking, you know, like that's step one. Then step two, you know, if you're already past that, replacing envy by focusing on your accomplishments. Look at how humble you are, how resourceful you've been, how you've been able to stay steady or still show unconditional love, even though you've been through some dark shit and whatever else that it is. You know, I think this reading is less about like, telling you all of your accomplishments. You know, it's important for you to go and find those for yourself and celebrate those today. And that will help replace the envy because the envy is a whole energy that's around you that can repel a lot of what you want to attract towards you, right? So, little secret there for you. But anyway, let's move on to something else. In keeping with kind of like the Buddha vibes here, I'm going to go to my success deck and grab something for you. What do we want to tell Sagittarius Venus today? A little bit of advice for them as they move towards their ideal relationship as well as self-love. Renew yourself, 59. Getting a little lightheaded too. Like, I do like some breathing exercises. Sorry for the sniffles. I'm still very allergic to grass in the air. There are 3 real things: God, human folly, and laughter. Since the first 2 go beyond our understanding, we must do what we can with the third: laughter. If you succeed in laughing at yourself, everything is perfect. Usually one laughs at others, not at oneself. It is something you must learn. If you can succeed in laughing at yourself, seriousness will never be able to put roots down in you. Damn, and we talk so much about like that serious mindedness too. To laugh at oneself kills the ego. In this way, you become lighter when traveling the paths of the world. Very Sagittarian. If you yourself have laughed at yourself, it will not disturb you if others laugh at you. Indeed, you will be pleased. Cause they're like, yeah, I agree. Like that shit's funny, you know, they'll reflect you. If you can laugh at yourself and then someone happens to laugh at you, not saying they will, not saying they won't, you know, but if that's one of your fears, right, of being rejected, people laughing at you, if you're already laughing at yourself and then they laugh at you, there's something very affirming about being reflected by another person. That's why you're searching for a relationship in the first place. Being affirmed by another person. In the moment you feel you are being serious, laugh about it and look at what that seriousness was based on. Laugh, have a good laugh, close your eyes and observe what that seriousness is. You will not find it anymore. It only exists in a person who is unable to laugh. I love that. I'm so glad we fucking drew that. I'm sure it has a lot more meaning for you than even I could understand, and I hope you found meaning in it too. Okay, one last thing. Critical. My clutch cards. These cards always come in clutch for me. Angels have a message for you today, Sagittarius Venus. What do they want to tell you today? I already feel so lighthearted and just like, I almost feel like crying. Listen to your body and ask what it is doing of you. So if you feel like crying, do so. You have the power to create the life you love. Remember that. Stop ruminating over what you did or didn't do. Let it go. As a little aside to that, but you know, the past is the past, and if you would have known better, you would have done better. I mean, that's that. But listen to your body, do what it's asking of you, and you have the power to create the life you love. Remember that. Sagittarius, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for letting me read for you today. It's definitely a little bit of a different one, but I'm so here for it. Anytime we go off script of like doing a strict relationship reading, it means that you know, there's some potential here to like really make a major breakthrough, because a lot of the relationship readings are just like, oh, this basic bitch shit, whatever. Like, I'm here for something that is truly transformational, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to hopefully help you with your intention to transform yourself, because that's absolutely what's going on here. And if you like that, please like and subscribe. I also do rising sign readings every single month, as well as a new channel that I just started that is also linked in the description, where I do readings on current events and little mysteries and thought experiments and things like that. And it's a lot of fun. Take the best care of yourself that I know that you can. You're on the precipice of something really special here. And thanks for letting me be a part of your journey. Until I see you next time, bye.